And now we're going to talk about your personal development or how you grow as a person while in training. And really, this section should be entitled, Why Should You Come to Duke? Here at Duke, we are focused on resident well-being. Seeing you as a person first and a physician second is a cornerstone of our program philosophy. We hope that you begin your time here as that start of a path onto a long and fulfilling life where you're equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to integrate what matters most to you personally, professionally, and clinically. Having well-being really starts with workplace structure. We take the 4+2 schedule very seriously because it is something that allows you intense periods of clinical development on the inpatient setting, predictably followed by time in the outpatient setting, where the schedule is still busy, but more relaxed. You're able to infuse weekends off into your schedule. And that predictability also helps you look ahead and be able to plan times in your life where you might need to get out of town. Self-care program allows you to select certain half days or full days off so that you can manage both your appointments and other important things in your personal life. Duke has concierge primary care appointments for all GME trainees, and our paid family leave program for both birth and non-birth parents helps you be at home when it is an incredibly important time in your life. Community and belonging is a cornerstone of the Duke Internal Medicine residency, and whether it is social events that are planned by the program or planned by the residents themselves, the various traditions that happen throughout the year are opportunities to get involved through volunteering or resiteering in the community, or just the Duke family vibe. That feeling of community and belonging is something that you'll carry with you, not only during, but after your residency. And finally, residency is an important time to learn how to self-reflect and to grow. And whether it's through our mentoring and advising programs, our coaching program, narrative medicine and debrief, as you grow throughout your career. Here are some examples of resiteering or community service that happens throughout the year in our residency. And these various opportunities, such as Habitat for Humanity, working at the Mobile Market Interfaith Food Shuttle, serving food at the Durham Rescue Mission, and doing crafts with the children at the Ronald McDonald House, allow our residents some time outside of the hospital to stay involved in many various community service activities that they participated in as students in medical school and undergrad.
We'll shift now to talking a little bit about why you should come to North Carolina. Obviously, there are about 100,000 reasons for you to come to Duke, but the reality is when you're choosing a residency program, you're also choosing a place to live for many of you 3 years and for others even longer. So what's special about Durham and the surrounding North Carolina community? Durham is a hugely wonderful, vibrant place to live. It's attracted a lot of people in the last 10 years, a lot of young people, people with young families, and even singles are thriving in Durham. We joke that Durham is kind of like when you take an old tobacco warehouse, gut it out, and turn it into a startup or a brewery. You can bring your dog, you can bring your babies. There's just so much life going on at the heart of the city that we all live in here. But there's even more outside of Durham that makes living in North Carolina so special. If you're looking for that big city feel, maybe you came from New York, Boston, San Francisco, well, Raleigh is just 20 minutes away, and a lot of our faculty here at Duke even live in Raleigh and commute to Durham. That's how close it is. If you're looking to have more of a college town vibe, well, Chapel Hill is right around the corner, if that so speaks to you. But frankly, I think we have everything Chapel Hill can offer right here in Durham. For many of you who grew up with bodies of water, whether that's the Midwest or the coast, we're just an hour and a half drive from a lot of the beautiful beaches in North Carolina. That 4+2 schedule allows for you to plan weekends off. That weekend trip could be a trip to the beach with your co-residency friends or family, or it could be a trip west to the mountains. We have Asheville and a lot of the other scenic rich parkway spots that residents love to journey to spend a weekend, maybe camping or doing some of the breweries out west. Again, why would you leave Durham? Durham is an absolute amazing place to live. And part of it starts with food. We've talked a little bit about why our residency food is great. We have free food at noon conference, but the entire Durham community has tons of different food options. Pretty much whatever you're looking for can be found right here in our city. We have some incredible food truck rodeos that happen on a monthly or even bi-monthly basis. Our downtown farmers market every Saturday morning always has food trucks and local eateries that are available there. We've got places like a few of our favorites, Nana Steak, which is downtown. We have our world famous Dane's Chicken and Waffles if you're looking for a sub vibe. A lot of our residents love to go to Hutchins Garage, which is the picture in the bottom right, where they serve a lot of pizza and there's a great kind of downtown setting. Of course, the ice cream is also to die for, and we have Jenny's, Simon Says Dip This, and so many more ice cream options too. But Life in the Triangle is so much more than food. You'll obviously hear us talk about basketball a lot. We can't help it. We love basketball. And even if you're thinking to yourself, boy, I really don't care about basketball. Is Duke right for me? Don't worry. I was in your shoes too. You'll come to love basketball because your patients love basketball. And you know what? You can still follow football teams too. We have our local baseball team, the Durham Bulls. Residents love to go there. You can get hot dogs, ice cream cones, watch the fireworks on Fridays and Saturday nights. We have our local county fair that's coming up in the fall, towards the end of October. You can pretty much get fried anything, fried Oreos, fried pickles, you name it, they fry it. And then some beautiful pictures here of the coast and the mountain we talked about. Deepak is one of our favorites. This is one of the places downtown that has huge performances, and you don't have to travel to Raleigh to see big names like Hamilton or Wicked if you love musicals or theater. There's a picture of our Pride Parade, just happened last weekend downtown, and then have our beautiful state parks. Many of us live walking distance to state parks from our backyard. You can just hop on over to the in the river and go for a swim, go for a tube ride, whatever you're feeling on that nice sunny day. And then lastly, our downtown community is just a hugely vibrant, wonderful. There's always an event going on. This is just one of that we selected from last summer, Black August in the Park. We have Blacktoberfest, and if you go online at free events in the Triangle, you'll find more than 5, 6, 7, 8 things going on downtown on any given weekend day. So I want to shift gears a little bit and talk about some of the fun things our Duke family loves to do both in and outside the hospital that makes really coming here so special and so much fun. Our residents really do spend a lot of time outside of the hospital together. I used to joke that you really do want to find a place where you're in the hospital working side by side with your co-resident, and even that shift is over, you guys are still hanging out, going to get brunch if it's a night shift, or going to grab coffee after work if it's a day shift. These are the people that become both your colleagues and your closest friends. And just a few more of our residents hanging out after hours, as you can see. So let's start with some of our favorite events of the year. And this is not an exhaustive list, but highlight for you. After you match at Duke, which we hope you all do, we'll invite you to our welcome intern party. At the bottom left, you'll see a picture of all of our class interns at our chair of medicine's house in her backyard. She was kind enough to host us by her beautiful poolside. And then we had our welcome intern party this past year at one of our favorite breweries called Highwire, which you can see right. And we kind of shift every year where that welcome party is. And it's just so much fun for the interns to all come and get to know each other a little bit more. Thirsty Thursdays is an event that occurs throughout the year. There were probably 5,000 pictures I could have chosen for this. Picked a few favorites. Residents are always hanging out. We want to provide opportunities for more casual get-togethers and not big events. So having a weekly standing Thirsty Thursday is a fun way for residents to pop in, especially when they're on a lighter rotation or just want to come say hi after work. As you can see, Thirsty Thursdays while wearing scrubs is completely okay. And a lot of residents will kind of pop in after a shift is over. Stead Tread is one of our favorite events of the year. That is a 5K run that raises money for one of our local community clinics called Lincoln. It's completely run by the residents with a few faculty who have been involved throughout the years. And we're proud to say that the STADTRAD has raised over $100,000 for our Lincoln Community Clinic for our patients who are underinsured. These are a few of our photos, and at the bottom right, you can see one of our faculty members, Dr. Galanos, kind of cruising through the finish line, representing his Duke Marines shirt. Family Day is one of our new events this year. We firmly believe that when you come to Duke, you are a part of the Duke family, so is your family. So whether you're coming with a partner, kids, whoever it may be, you want them to feel just as involved in the Duke family as you are. To support that, we are going to throw events once a year for people to bring all of their family out. So kids, it'll be very park friendly, nap time friendly, snack friendly. And on the top left is a picture of one of our residents' sons who wrote out a GoDaddy #4 sign for one of our favorite events of the year, the Turkey Bowl. Oktoberfest. So every October, we try to spice things up and make it fun for the residents, cleverly called Doktoberfest by Amy. As you can see, sample calendar down here on the left, we sprinkle events throughout the month of October for all of our residents, make sure they feel the fun, spooky holiday vibes that we love. As soon as the weather here starts to get a little cooler, filled with pumpkin spice lattes, various football games, as you can see on the top left. At the bottom right are some of the craziest chief residents that ever existed, walking around the hospital in costume, handing out candy to residents on their rotations. We've alluded to Turkey Bowl several times throughout these presentations, so I simply have to step here and say that this is one of the time-honored traditions of the Duke Residency Program. It's been going on over 50 years, which is really impressive. On Thanksgiving morning, our residents self-divide themselves to being a VA Jet or a Duke Marine. You're crazy if you're a Duke Marine. VA Jets all the way. I can say that, but Dr. Labriola will kill me because he's a Duke Marine. And as you can see, our residents come, they play each other in a friendly game of flag football. It gets pretty competitive, but people have tons of fun. And even if you're not really an athlete and have no desire to play flag football for a single day in your life, it's extremely supportive of all the residents who want to come and tailgate for the game or support or cheer on their favorite team. And even if you don't want to play, we're going to probably goad you into being either a VA Jet or a Duke Marine the moment you arrive here. And on the bottom right, you can see a picture of our reps who are all faculty members here. Some of those are chairs of their various divisions, and people love being a part of this tradition. And it will just continue to be hopefully 50 more years of the Turkey Bowl. One of our other favorite holiday events, every year around the holidays, we have our holiday party and our chief resident performance. This has changed a little how it's looked over the years with COVID, but we've never let a single year go without having this party. Even in the height of COVID, we did it over Zoom and the residents loved it. So this is a great way to gather over the holidays, have some food, have some drink, and then of course the highlight is watching your chief residents dress up and perform and do something absolutely crazy. And it's just a classic fan favorite. One of our newer traditions, we love to have, as highly basketball oriented here, but we do have a Duke versus UNC resident basketball game, where instead of having residents play each other, we have all Duke get together on the same team and play the UNC residency. And I don't want to brag, but we are 2-0. We'll see how this year goes. But it's a really fun event. We get to alternate between playing at UNC and playing at Duke. And we even have other residents or fellows who act as coaches. And it's great. Again, if you want to play, you can support. We have a huge fan base for all these games so far. Narrative Medicine is also a resident-led event that occurs throughout the year. Our residents love to host each other at their houses and out at restaurants. And it's an important way for residents who are interested in reflection through writing to be able to share some of their literary work, reflect about themselves as a person, their journey as process in medicine, and of course, share some bonding time with their co-residents who are often going through a lot of the same things. The Nasher Art curriculum is also a new fan favorite. This was also started by one of our residents who is now a fellow and will become a chief resident next year, Dr. Buck. And her faculty mentor is one of our APDs, Dr. Van Kirk. For this program, the residents get to leave the hospital and go to one of our local art museums, the Nasher Art Museum, and a little bit of reflection through art about their journey through medicine, even a patient's journey. And that we think that's an important part of your learning and growth, both as a person and doctor. And one of our capstone celebrations at the end of the year for Star Liberation, when our senior resident class gets together and we celebrate all of their accomplishments throughout the year. It usually includes a few roasts of good-natured things, for the leadership, for the chiefs. And it's just a great way to dress up, have a few appetizers, a meal, and celebrate the end of a great year. And so much more. I mean, there's a way to possibly fit in everything that we do as a program, but we hope that you get a sense that residents are always hanging out with each other outside of work, and that we have program supported places for residents to hang out with each other outside of work. Because remember, as you come to a residency program, you're both growing within the hospital and outside. And we think both of those are just as important to you as a person.
And this is the part where we start sending subliminal messages about why you should choose Duke for residency. And certainly a fantastic program starts with the infrastructure throughout our hospital here at Duke, across the street at the VA, at Duke Regional, and in our clinics. And we hope that through taking time to get to know our program, that you can actually picture yourself as one of our interns next year. This quote was actually sent back to us when we did a graduate survey a number of years ago, and it resonated so well with all of the members of leadership. As one of our graduates was reflecting on their time here, they concluded what they told us with this. I went to medical school and got my MD, but I became a doctor at Duke. We thank you for spending time with us. We look forward to getting to know you, to hearing what's important to you, and certainly to showcasing why we think you should be a part of the Duke family.